So this will probably never get seen by anybody, but I had to break this down. I went and saw Logan a couple weeks ago. I'm hearing everybody's wondering what happened to the X-Men and everything. And what did Charles do and what did Logan do and all of that crap. I have to say, you guys have never ever read the comics. Nobody's ever read the comics. I guess everybody just completely, totally forgot about the Onslaught story. Which when I saw the movie, when I heard the story that the X-Men were destroyed, I was listening to the immediate first thing that popped in my head. Oh crap! Charles turned into Onslaught. Somehow, whatever happened between the last movie and Logan, the last X-Men and Logan, so if you read the Onslaught story, this is what happens. All right. The Fatal Attraction storyline in the mid-90s. That's when, Magneto, apparently the only thing that anybody seems to remember from this storyline is when Magneto pulls the adamantium out of Logan. People seem to forget that that's when Professor X goes into Magneto's mind and basically shuts off his fucking mind. He kills him, he shuts off his fucking mind. Now, there's a couple of years later, a few years later after that, it was told to us that in the Onslaught storyline that when Professor X did that to Magneto, a small slice of Magneto's psyche embedded himself within Charles' psyche. Okay, understand me here. What that happened, and Charles was getting increasingly more frustrated by the state of mutant affairs that were going on in the world. And in the comics, some mutant kid got his ass kicked by a bunch of mutants and got beat to death. And Charles just couldn't take it anymore. He broke his spirit. Eventually, he had a fucking breakdown. He was in the room by himself in the comic. None of the other X-Men saw this happen. Beast, Jean Grey, Cyclops, nobody saw this happen. But Charles had a physical, mental fucking breakdown when this happened. At that point, that is when Magneto's psyche and Charles' own frustrated, angered psyche at the state of mutant affairs combined. It gave us Onslaught, the most unstoppable character ever in Marvel. It took Jean Grey to pull Bruce Banner out of the Hulk. Okay, she had to physically pull. It had to be Green Hulk before he was World Breaker and all that, but he was still the strongest physical character in the Marvel Universe at the time. She had to pull his Bruce Banner out of the Hulk, and they just threw the Hulk at Onslaught. And the Hulk was just able to crack his arm. That's all he could do. But he cracked it enough that it was able to wake Charles up, and he came back, got rid of Onslaught. And, basically Charles was then, at that point in the comics, the government, they arrested Charles Xavier. They had to, because he was so deadly at that time, because he took over everything. He wiped out the Avengers, he wiped out the Fantastic Four, and he wiped out damn near half of the X-Men. And he wiped out everything else in the Marvel Universe. Say hi, Ralph. Say hi, Ralph. Go ahead. He wiped out everything else on Earth, anyway, in the Marvel Universe. God, this video is going to suck. I'm sorry, it's my first video I ever put it on here. So anyway, he wiped out everything. And the government had to arrest him. They put him in this special room where he couldn't use his psychic abilities, and that's when Cyclops and Emma Frost took over the X-Men, like what everybody is theorizing happened now at the end of Logan. Okay, I don't know why it's so confusing, why it's so hard for people to implement that into the timeline of the X-Men and Logan movie franchises. To me, it's fucking obvious that that's what happened. I guess next time Comics Explained puts out a video, I'm gonna try to reference the link to this. I don't know, I seriously doubt anybody will ever see this, but I gotta put this out there because it's pissing me off. It seems like people want to be fans of the X-Men, but you don't know shit.